What's up? Oakley 450 back. And last week was a really busy week, but I'm finally been able to get out and put the last few miles for the 100-mile review on the UltraBoost 19. This morning I was able to get out with my nephew Austin, and we did a 4-mile run. We did it at like a 9:02 to 9:10 pace. Real easy run. He's trying to get back into running, so I've been using these shoes sort of just like a relaxing run, just to be able to try to get him, help him work back up to the distance and speed. So nothing really pushing the pace this morning. Before we get into our 100-mile review of these shoes though, first off I want to be able to say congratulations to Grant Smith. You are the winner of the $100 Amazon gift card for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So congratulations, Grant. And I already got a hold of you earlier last week, so just hadn't had time to make the video yet. It's been a really busy week. I've been on the phone with NordicTrack more than probably I have been with my own family this week. But we have finally got the treadmill delivered, and I've actually got to get some runs in on that, and that's what I'm probably going to start working on reviewing this upcoming week, because I'm wanting to try out all the different workouts, such as the studio workouts, some of their workouts around the world, and also some of their Google Map workouts. And I'm going to try to plot out some different courses, and I'm actually going to probably pull up the Nashville Half Marathon course, put it into that, and I'm probably going to run that just to see how that compares, and then I'm probably going to run the Nashville Half Marathon coming up later on this month. So getting into the 100-mile review of the UltraBoost 19. Now this is one that a lot of people that I've heard and talked to that said that this is not a running shoe. This is more of a lifestyle type shoe. And I have to disagree on you on that. This is more of it is a running shoe. And it is possible of doing the running, but it's not going to be your first pick. If you're a hardcore runner, this is not going to be your solid first pick. All right, Adidas has this shoe listed on their website, and I had to write it down just to make sure I got it right, as a lightweight adaptive shoe. Adaptive, yes, very adaptive. This upper on this shoe is amazing. But as far as lightweight, this shoe still weighs in at 12.2 ounces, and it's the heaviest shoe that I have ran in. And I went back and looked through all the shoes I ran in the past 2 years. Heaviest shoe that I have ran in the past 2 years. But still a very comfortable shoe. Starting out with the upper on the UltraBoost 19. Amazingly, how much this upper stretches and forms and fits to your foot. Unbelievable amounts of comfort, and that's one of the reasons that I like to keep this shoe for those easier paces that where I'm not really trying to push the effort or anything like that, because I have noticed that whenever you really do try to pick up the pace, you have a slight heel lift and slippage in the heel, just lifting just a little bit, but that's trying to push the paces, because I really tried to put this into a speed workout. If you're trying to go for anything in speed, you need to stay away from the UltraBoost 19. You need to go for something like the Boston 7s, which I'm probably going to have coming in next week or the week after that, or something like the PureBoost DPRs, or a really lightweight shoe that's going to be able to handle the speed work a lot better without as much weight. But as far as the upper part of this material with the Prime Knit 360, amazing. And I wish Nike would actually take some notes from this upper. I got a little pamphlet in the mail from Saucony just a couple weeks ago, and I noticed that if you look at one of their shoes, I don't remember which one it was, the upper is very similar to this upper. I was amazed at how closely it resembled the UltraBoost 19. But as far as the fit of this with the thicker thread and the stretchiness of this upper, it makes this one of the amazing uppers as far as comfort for this year. Now the only problem I have had with this upper, also, other than the heel lift on trying to faster workouts, and the only thing that I would really change about this upper is the translucent cage. When it has this more of a mesh type cage, I wish they would widen this cage out more towards the toe and widen it out more towards the heel and take this little dip out. And I think that would give a lot better heel lock on this shoe, and that would make this upper just amazing. Heel Cup has always done a really good job being really supportive. I noticed that they did hollow that out from the older UltraBoost, but I haven't ran in the older UltraBoost, so I can't really compare it to that. But as far as the upper on this shoe, they knocked it out of the park on this shoe, and it is amazing. Can't say enough good things about this. All right, the midsole of this shoe, and if you notice, and I'll have some closer pictures of this in the video and all that, a closer of the shoe. It has some yellowing at the bottom. That is not any problem with any kind of the Boost material, changing colors or anything like that. This is actually from where I was running it, from when I got it back in December, coming into January and February. This is actually like sort of like a sap that was on the ground for some of the like seeds and nuts and stuff like that. And where I was running through those, and I actually stained the stuff. I tried like rubbing that off. It's on there. It's stained pretty good. So, but I'm not really worried about that. You can see it's even worse on the sole of the shoe between the stretch web. This is one of the factors where you get a lot of good comfort out of the shoe. And for those really like, you know, slower paced miles, phenomenal. But this is where a lot of their weight is actually coming into the UltraBoost, is because it has such a thicker midsole. It has a 29 millimeter heel and a 19 millimeter forefoot with a 10 millimeter drop. So it's around that area of drop that I like. I'm more of I ran like a 6 to 8 millimeter drop, but it's going to have that steeper drop that's going to give you more of a forward feeling propelled effort to it, instead of like a flatter racing flat. But like I was saying, the cushion on this, I've took them up to 15 miles, I think was my longest run on these, and they handled that well. But anytime that I tried to push it closer to like my half marathon goal race pace, like around like a 7:10 to a 7:30 pace, it just felt like my legs were getting tighter and tighter and all with running these shoes in the longer run. And finally moving on to the outsole of this and the Continental rubber. Stretch web outsole on this, very similar to the Pure Boost DPR that I ran in. And it is amazing the amount of traction that you have on this, and it's to be expected with so much rubber on this shoe. And it's amazing the minimal amount of wear on this shoe so far. At 100 miles, there's just barely a little bit of abrasion right on the back of the heel, where I usually get a lot of wear on some of my shoes, but very little bit of abrasion on that. So I mean, out of this park. Love this shoe, but when it comes to like running shoes, for $180, this is not one of the ones where it's going to be like, I've got to have that shoe for a running shoe. If you're looking for a shoe that is a running shoe only, there's a lot more affordable options. Where this shoe fits for me though, is it is a shoe that I can take to the gym and be able to work out at the gym, because it has a really good wide stable base. And so I can either do weights and running on a treadmill, or running after I leave the gym, or I can even just wear this shoe out to town. It's a good like casual wear shoe. It's one of these shoes where if you're wanting a shoe that can do everything as far as like gym, running, casual wear, this is one of my favorite shoes for that. And I've seen myself picking this up more times going to the gym and then running after, and actually wearing it out to town, than probably picking it up just to go running. So that's my thoughts on the 100-mile review for this shoe. If Adidas could get the weight down on this shoe, I'd say this shoe could easily compete and probably beat the shoes like the Pegasus 35s and even the Turbos, because this actually has a little bit better ride than the Turbo, because it doesn't have a soft ride as what a lot of people don't like about the Turbo. And it's a little bit, you know, more of a bouncier, firmer ride. And I think this would fit in a lot more people's rotations for their shoes. But like I said, I've got the Boston 7 on the way. I'm hoping that it's going to be here before the Boston Marathon, because that's coming up in just about 10 days, I think is what it is. So I'm going to try to run in that shoe, see how that one does. And I'm thinking that's going to be the one shoe that you want to go for to really get a really good, solid running shoe from Adidas. And it's going to be like the best of both worlds with the Pure Boost and the Ultra Boost, and you're just going to hit right there in that middle. So other than that, that is it. Like I said, this upcoming week I'm going to be doing my review on the X22i from Norditrack. I'm also going to start working on my supplement reviews this week and all that, because I picked up something from Grenade. It's a Thermogenic. So I've been trying that out, and I'm going to start getting my initial thoughts on that. As always, thanks for watching, and thank you for your continued support.